Hello students, in this video we are going to learn on how to solve numerical problems on density and relative density. Let us take the first example. Just have a look. You have a piece of wood which has a length of 4 centimeter, the breadth of which is 6 centimeter and the height of the piece of wood is 8 centimeter. You can see here there are 3 dimensions given for the piece of wood. Now, what are we going to do with these length, breadth and height? We are going to calculate the volume. We know the formula to be used here is density denoted by D will be equal to mass divided by volume. Since we don't have volume given directly in the question, we just have the data on length, breadth and height. We are going to use these three to find the volume. Let us find the volume. If it is a piece of wood, the volume will be equal to length into breadth into height. Why are we calculating the volume? So that we can apply this in the formula for density. Let's put the values now. We have length as 4 centimeter, keep putting the units. Breadth as 6 centimeter, put the unit here also, and height is equal to 8 centimeter. Multiply them. 4 into 6 into 8 will be equal to 192. Unit will be centimeter multiplied 3 times will be centimeter cube. Now we have volume ready with us. The value of volume will be 192 centimeter cube. Now further read the question. It has a mass of 20 gram. So write it here. Mass is equal to 20 gram. Now what are we going to do with this mass? We are going to apply it in this formula for density. We know density is given by mass upon volume. Mass, put the value as 20 gram, put the unit as you keep solving it, and volume we have calculated it to be 192 centimeter cube. Now you can do a bit of rough work by drawing a column on the right side. 20 by 192, cancel by 2, 10, 96, 5 times, 48 times, 48 will be the divider, 5, if you just divide it, you can see here the quotient that we are getting is 0.104, which is nothing but the density of the given piece of wood, and the unit just copied from the previous step, it is 0.104 gram per centimeter cube. This is the value of density of the given piece of wood. Now the next question that you must have seen is, will this piece of wood float or sink in water? You know, the floating or sinking of a body solely depends on the density. If the density of the solid is less than that of the liquid, then it will float. If the density is more than the liquid, then it will sink. We know density of water in CGS unit is 1 gram per centimeter cube. Now compare this density of water with the density of the wood. If you compare these two values, you can see that the density of wood is less than that of water, so it will float on water. Now the next type of problem that you may face is, if you have a solid which does not have a regular shape, like you have a piece of stone whose shape is not regular and you cannot calculate the volume that easily. Now how are you calculate the volume for that kind of solid? You will take the help of water. You will put the solid in water and you will see that the level of water will rise up. Now the beautiful thing about this experiment is that the volume of water that will rise up will be exactly equal to the volume of the solid. Just take this example. You have a measuring cylinder. A measuring cylinder is a device which measures the volume of liquid. It is filled with water, with 50 milliliter of water. That means initially when you don't put any solid into the measuring cylinder, the volume of water there is 50 milliliter. So that will be the initial volume of water. Let us say it is V1 is 50 milliliter. Now you will put a solid, and you know what happens after you put a solid in a liquid? The level of liquid will rise up. Whose mass? The mass of the solid that you're putting into the liquid is 60 gram. Just keep it aside for now. You will lower it into the cylinder. Now what happens when you put the solid into the cylinder? The water level rises to 58 milliliter. Now you have not added any water here. What has made the level of water rise up? It is the solid which has made the level of water to rise up to 58 milliliters. So that becomes the final volume of water, that is denoted by V2. Let it is equal to 58 milliliter. Now you can see these two values. The second value is obviously higher than the first value, so this will give you rise in water level. You just need to subtract these two values, that is the greater value minus the smaller value will be equal to 58 milliliter minus 50 milliliter. You can do the calculation. It is equal to 8 milliliter. Now as I told you earlier, the beautiful thing here is that whatever is the rise in water level will be exactly equal to the volume of the solid that you are putting inside the liquid, inside water here. Therefore, volume of solid will be equal to rise in water level. What is the amount of rise of water level here? 8 milliliter is the rise in water level. Now we know the volume of the solid, and if you look at the question, mass of the solid is also given. It is equal to, mass of the solid is equal to 60 gram. And we are concerned about the density of the solid. So let's put the formula, which you know it is equal to mass upon volume. Replace the values from your calculations here. Mass is already given in the question, 60 gram. Volume, you just calculated it to be 8 milliliter. You may cancel. For cancel it. 2 4 times 8, 230 is a 60. So it is 15 by 2, that is equal to 7.5. So density of the solid is 7.5 gram per milliliter. That is how you calculate the density of a solid which has an irregular shape.